Viewer discretion is advised.
What is up, everybody? It's Josh, and welcome to a brand new journey, and welcome to another video. Today we are here at Universal Orlando Resort. The time has finally come. Halloween Horror Nights 2023 HHN 32. It kind of creeped up on me a little bit, but I'm not upset about it. I just hope it doesn't come to a close as fast as it opened for us. You know, when there's a beginning, there has to be an end. But with that being said, tonight is all about running through the houses, giving you my thoughts on each house. We're running through every scare zone. We're doing Stay and Scream tonight, so no opening ceremony in this video, but possibly for night 2, we'll do the opening ceremony because that night is based around the HHN food. So I don't really have to rush to do anything. We're not gonna rush tonight either, but we wanna get into that first house and we wanna get started as soon as possible. Like I said, I'm excited. With that all being said, if you guys are ready to go on this fun-filled, spooky-filled, terrifying-filled journey, let's go. We're officially in Universal Orlando Resort for Halloween Horror Nights. It's official. We're headed to our Stay and Scream spot for the night, which will be the Springfield area. We're doing Last of Us first tonight. I'm excited. Don't mind all the dripping sweat. Florida's only like 120 right now. You know? Actually, that's exaggerating. It's only about 100. But it's hot. Welcome to Halloween Horror Nights opening weekend. It's already starting to rain, so this has become a phone vlog for now, you know? Always. Oh yes, what a great opening night for oh god, I almost lost my phone. What a great opening night for Halloween Horror Nights. Alrighty guys, it is official. We are headed into line for our first house tonight, which will be The Last of Us. So excited. Really wet, like so. Listen, it is delayed because it's raining. Leave me alone, all right? Just let me be happy for a minute. I'm so... Everybody's trying to ruin how I feel today. I don't like that. It's Halloween Horror Nights. Let's go. Rude. Rude. It's happening. It's still raining, but we are going into our very first house for HHN 32. The Last of Us. Let's do it. I'm excited. Alrighty, so we just got out of The Last of Us. It was our very first house for the season. It was a good house. I enjoyed it. Sorry this is going to be mostly or probably all an iPhone vlog because I'm not bringing the camera out in this weather. I did miss pretty much every scare in the house except for the last 3. So I really hope I get to go through it again tonight, if not just this weekend in general, to get a better run through. But so far it's a really good house. I enjoyed it. It was a good start. I think I'm most excited for Chucky for sure. Last of Us, just I don't know it enough to really understand it, but it was good. And we are going into house number 2, Universal Monsters Unmasked. Let's do this. I'm excited. Phantom of the Opera is my favorite out of all of them, to be quite honest with you. We just did Universal Monsters Unmasked. It was really good. There were a few parts though where it was so dark I couldn't see. So I don't know if that was because they ran out of time to put things in that area or if that's how it was supposed to be. But that was good. You said you gave it a 5 out of 5?
Yeah, I give it a 5 out of 5. Like I said, I like that transition I give it.
No, it was...
To see the unexpected, brother. Like,
yo, it was good. No, it was good.
Like all the characters.
I think that...
They had their own little moments in that.
Oh, for sure. But let me tell you, this is my top house for the night so far.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, we've only done 2, but like, man, Unmasked was... It exceeded my expectations for sure. I was going into this not really wanting to like it because Universal Monsters last year wasn't one of my favorites, but this was good. I like that. Now I think it's about to get some spoiler. They just wanted their clout. All right. Alrighty, well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. After all of that rain that happened while waiting for HHN to start, and while we ran through those 2 houses, I ended up coming back to the hotel, taking a shower and putting on fresh clothes. I wasn't having that tonight. I'm literally over here at Aventura, which is a boat ride or a bus ride away. So I was like, I'm gonna freshen up. But now it's about 9:30 and we're headed back to Horror Nights to finish off opening night. So let's go do it. Let's go have some more fun. I'll stay dry. Alrighty, we are now dry. We feel better, feel refreshed. So let's continue this night with some more Halloween Horror Nights. I'm excited. This lighting is phenomenal. Obviously didn't get to see it earlier, but man, does it really make this better. See anything happening right now, but this looks so cool at night. Let's take our first walkthrough of an actual full-on scare zone, Dark Zodiac. I kind of walked through this on my way out earlier, and it looks so cool, but let's really take time to look at this zone. This scare zone's kind of weird. Like, I don't really know how to feel about this scare zone. It's kind of like my worst nightmares here. Like, this is insane. Like, look at this guy. This guy's insane. I just don't know. It's insane. Oh, it's a crab. Oh my God, that's so cool. And you know it is Halloween Horror Nights when you see Mel's Die-In. Now, unfortunately, Mel's Drive-In Die-In is not open for Halloween Horror Nights this season, but we do have a booth right next to Transformers with drive-in food. So as much as I would just love to walk through all the scare zones right now, since I did go back to the hotel, I kind of gave myself less time to do everything. So I think we're gonna head towards either Chucky or we're going to head back towards the back and do Darkest Deal. I want to do as much as I can tonight. Obviously I'll be back for the second night, but let's just get stuff done tonight. Alrighty, I think it's time to do our third house for tonight. Chucky, ultimate kill count. 60-minute wait, but it's okay, we gotta do it. I'm excited. Let's go. Alrighty, so future Josh here. I'm editing this video and noticed that I never talked about whether or not I liked Chucky's ultimate kill count. Now, I do feel like I'm gonna be literally the only one to say this, but I really enjoyed the house. Is it the scariest house? Absolutely not. Is it the most thought out themed house? Absolutely not. Is it a humorous, like funny house? Absolutely. I think how I would explain this is it is a stupidly funny house. Like, we always get that one house that's not scary. It's either just really pretty or funny. And I think this one falls under the category of funny. I think it's just so, bizarre that it makes it funny. You'll see in the next few videos that I went through the house again. I really enjoyed the house. I don't know what other people's feelings are about it other than they hate it. So be it. Everybody that said they hate it, can they just not wait in line for it so that I don't have to wait as long, you know? But with that being said, let's get back to the video, and now let's take a walk through Vamp 69. Much going on. Like, I don't know where to go. I don't know where to look. I don't know what's going on. Exorcist, only 35 minutes. Let's do it. Guys, I'm so nervous to do this house right now. Like, well, there's wherever it went. Where'd it go? There it went. I'm so nervous to do this house. Exorcist is like my worst nightmare, and I have to face it tonight. I heard it really smells like puke in there. It's the worst thing ever. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna be on the ground. This camera may be broken by the end of this house. Alright, Exorcist believer. It's a really good house. It is a really, really, really good house. But I was probably the biggest chicken in our little, like, group. Because, man, I screamed every, I don't know, 5 seconds. And then my camera got caught on one of the stringy pieces in front of the door, and I was like, well, they're taking my camera, they can take everything, just let me get out. I don't know, it was the scariest house for sure tonight. That was great. Alrighty, next house, Yeti Campground Kills. I said in my video that I was really hyped for this one, so I really hope it lives up to the expectation that I have of big, hairy, monstery creatures getting all up in my face. Let's do it. Guys, it could just be me, but this line does not look full enough for me to be all the way back here.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'm confused. What's going on? Also, there's no alcohol cart. This would be perfect time to get some more alcohol. I do have to say that going back to the hotel probably wasted so much time for me tonight, and I'm not going to be able to do everything that I wanted to do in this video. This is probably one of my sloppiest Halloween Horror Nights videos that I will ever have on my channel, and I apologize, but I feel better than I probably would have if I stayed in my wet clothes. I think our last house is Yeti, and we're going to hit the sack for the night, and we'll be back tomorrow, do it all over again. Hopefully no rain, or at least it's better than it was tonight. I'm exhausted. Man! Oh man. Yeti Campground Kills. Love it. Phenomenal. I love all the Yeti houses. They're amazing. I definitely want to go through that house again tomorrow when I come back for day 2. Oh, now did I did miss a lot of the scares, but damn, it's such a good house. Oh, it's probably my new number 1 for the night right now. It's phenomenal. Alrighty, so night 1 of Halloween Horror Nights 2023 has come to a close. It was a rough night. It was a really, really rough opening night. This is nothing against the scare actors. This is nothing against any of the employees, team members, staff, whoever is part of the event. This is nothing against them. This is more for the higher ups to just listen and take in. Because I know I'm not the only one who had some issues opening night. Normally, for the past 4 years, this is my 5th year attending Halloween Horror Nights. For 4 years straight, I was able to go into Halloween Horror Nights with no express pass at all for the season and do every single house opening night, including all the scare zones, trying some food in the show, and at the time, shows. This is my first time ever not being able to complete everything. Now, yes, I did go back to the hotel, but it was literally only for like an hour. Enough time to shower, get a snack, get a drink, and change. I still could have had time to do everything in past years, but it is so busy to the point where you cannot go to this event and enjoy it properly without either 1, getting an RIP tour, 2, dishing out a bunch of money and getting express passes, or 3, going multiple nights. I know a lot of people come down and they do their big opening night and that's it for them. This year, I don't feel like that is possible at all. I don't think you can have one night at this event, no matter what day it is. Now, in a future video, I will be going to the very first Wednesday of the event, and I'm possibly going to do the very first Thursday as well. I want to see what those two look like compared to what I just saw opening weekend. But with that being said, I'm actually most likely 1000% upgrading my pass so that it has express, because as a content creator, you want to get stuff done. You need to get stuff done, and I wasn't able to do that while waiting in line for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. It's just an insane year. But also, just tonight alone, opening night alone, felt very, very different. It didn't feel like there was any type of Halloween Horror Nights energy in the air at all. Now, mind you, all of us guests were outside standing in the rain, the pouring rain. Not only that, but it was lightning. There was lightning right in front of us, and Universal still had us sitting outside. I don't think that was a good call on them at all whatsoever. I don't give 2 craps about the rain. I lived in Florida my whole life. I get rained on a lot. The wind didn't bother me either. But the minute I saw the lightning strike above Moe's and Springfield, I was a little nervous. We have these metal barricades holding us, and this lightning just comes down. I get there's lightning rods everywhere, so it's not gonna hit the ground. But I just don't think that was a good call on Universal's part. They should have opened up some part of that area to let us just walk inside to. Also, lines for food and drinks were insane. At one point, I waited 25 minutes to just get a drink from the freestyle machine. And then I waited another like 40 minutes just to try to get some pizza fries and couldn't do that. Now, a lot of you are gonna be like, well, why would you wait 45 minutes for pizza? I was just hungry. I was hungry and I knew that was, well, quick and easy to just grab and I could walk around and eat. But all the lines were crazy. They don't even have the stanchions up for lines around the food booths anymore. So people just start weaving in and out and creating their own line, and some of them end up in the line for the houses because those are long too, and they really just want food. And then it looks like people are cutting each other. I don't know. Opening night was a disaster. I just hope it gets better. I really do. And I have a feeling it will get better. I can't be so harsh on it. It's opening night. I still had fun. It was Halloween Horror Nights. We were there. We got to walk through the fog. It was a great time, but it would have been better. All of those things were fixed. Let's get back into the video and move on to day number 2 with Josh. Tonight we are here at Universal Orlando Resort for Halloween Horror Nights, night number 2. I'm excited because last night I totally got rained out, as you guys can tell, because the video abruptly stopped, and now we're here for night 2. It was such a madhouse. I was soaked, I was tired, I was hangry, lines were super long. They're gonna be long tonight, but the weather looks great. I got to literally only do 4 houses, 1 scare zone, and that was literally about it. I didn't get to focus on anything last night whatsoever, so tonight is literally gonna be like night 1. We're gonna focus on everything, make it seem like it was my first time here. You know, we're gonna go over house reviews, we're gonna go over scare zones, and kind of really go in depth with everything. This was originally supposed to be a food review video, but since last night got messed up, that'll come at a later date. But with that being said, if you guys are ready to go on this fun-filled, spooky-filled, haunted-filled, terrified-filled journey, let's go. Alright, so I ended up making it into the New York Stay and Scream area. I just have to decide whether I want to start with Stranger Things or The Exorcist. As you guys saw, I did do The Exorcist last night, but honestly I was so tired and hangry that I don't really remember much about it. So either we start with the house that we actually didn't do last night, or we just restart with the house that we did do last night. I don't know. I'm so indecisive right now. So I just heard from a team member walking up and down the line that Stranger Things is already like a 3-hour wait, and we're just in Stay and Scream. So let's just do The Exorcist, because I am not waiting 3 hours to do a house. I am not. That's insane. So let's do Believer, Exorcist. Alrighty, so we have done Exorcist, Believer, and Stranger Things 4. 2 incredible houses. Now, Exorcist I ended up doing last night, but I had the best run through today. It was incredible. I got every scare. I was more aware of everything going on because I'm not super tired like I was last night. The house is beautiful. Like I said, it's scary. I can't wait to see the movie. We'll talk more about all the houses when I get to this, the hotel room tonight. But phenomenal for Exorcist. Stranger Things. Oh my God. I had people telling me that it wasn't as good as the previous house, and I have to disagree. I think this one was the best out of the ones they've done. I enjoyed it. I loved it. I did miss some of the scares, but we were kind of going through conga lining a little bit, and then people were leaving spaces, so it was a little off. But overall, phenomenal start to the night. I'm glad we're back. It's gonna be, I think it's gonna be an amazing night for sure, just with how these two went so far. I don't know what the next house is gonna be, but I need some water, and then we'll keep moving on. Fuel, Revenge Dream. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of people tell me last night that it was like the same exact show for the past 2 years, and it's not. I can guarantee you it's not. I love it. It's amazing. There's some new techniques in it. There's some new like techniques within the show, but also it is based around a female this year and not a male. So I thought that was really cool. They do have, you know, they still have like the magician stuff. They do have the fire, and they have all that dancing and, you know, erotic type stuff. But it was phenomenal. I don't know what house we're doing next, but like I said, that show is phenomenal. I totally recommend it. 10 out of 10. I may have to see it again tonight before I leave. So the last time you guys saw me, I was heading into Chucky's Ultimate Kill Count. That house was phenomenal in my opinion. I had so many people telling me and DMing me last night that it was going to be a horrible house and it was probably the worst house of the event. And I have to disagree. I got every scare in the house. It was really, really fun to kind of walk through. I can see where people say it's a bad house because we only had 2 scenes from like the movie. And everything else was kind of just weird and didn't make sense. So if you knew nothing about Chucky or seen the movies or anything, you really wouldn't understand what's going on. But I think it was a solid house. I liked it. I mean, I waited 70 minutes for the house, and I don't feel bad about doing that at all. I have no regrets. It was phenomenal. We just got done with Blood Moon Dark Offerings. Wow. That house most definitely blew my mind. I felt like, and I still feel like people make that the weaker house when it's in that building at all. And I mean, we did have a weak house there last year. It was Hellblock Horrors, but that was like a last minute house. This house was amazing, from the scenic work to the scares to the storyline. Amazing. I didn't miss a scare in that one either. So far tonight, I have gotten pretty much every single scare, if not every scare, in the houses that I've walked through. So tonight is phenomenal. I wish this is how opening night would have went. Our next house to go to is Darkest Deal. So let's head that way right now.
Man, Dr. Oddfellow. I hear you, soul.
What is it that you're hunting?
Immortality.
Wonderful. Are you willing to chase the fear?
Yeah.
Good. You'll need that diligence.
I don't know what I just got myself into, but I think I'm okay with it. Already, let's walk through Jungle of Doom. I really am excited for this one. So also, I would like to point out that so far, the past 2 days, I have yet to see this Megan horde thing that's happening. So I don't know where they're located. I don't know why I can't figure out how to find them, but I have not been able to find them. Also, Jungle of Doom seems to be the weakest scare zone for tonight. Like Shipyard 32, it wasn't that it was weak, it was busy. Jungle of Doom seemed to only have like 3 or 4 scare actors in that zone. So I don't know what's going on. Alrighty, so I'm in the Men in Black gift shop. We just did Darkest Deal. It was a good house. It wasn't the scariest for me. Like I got all the scares. I got every single scare. It just wasn't scary to me. Like it was a really good house, really good detailed. I enjoyed it. Just wanted it to be a little scarier. Maybe it's because I had stupid little teenagers behind me just cracking jokes that it wasn't scary enough. But we'll try to go through it again on day 3. So on Sunday. But overall, that's been like the weakest house, as in scares. But overall, I haven't had a bad experience in a house yet. So our next house is going to be Oddfellows, and then our final house of the night to complete all 10 houses between opening night and tonight, Dueling Dragons. So let's get it done. It's literally just now 1 o'clock, so I think we can do it. Let's go.
Hey, try to calm her down.
I gotta say, this is most definitely the worst walk of the night when you come to HHN. When you have to walk all the way around to the new tent. I don't like the setup. My feet hurt. They're crying. But we're gonna see some clowns, which I'm excited about. I love clowns, love clown houses. So I have kind of high expectations for this house. Let's hope it's good. Luckily, it is pretty much a walk-on for Oddfellows at 1 o'clock in the morning. So we should be able to get right through this one, go right to Dueling Dragons, and call it for night 2 of Halloween Horror Nights. Alrighty, so Future Josh here once again. I don't know how I forgot to talk about this house, but probably I know why now once I get into it. But Dr. Oddfellows Twisted Origins. It was a odd house, and that's not a pun intended, nothing like that. It was just very odd. To me, it wasn't very scary at all. It did, however, feel like a really, really long house, even though it was in a tent. So they did compact so much stuff in this tent to make this really cool house. But I can't really rate this one and give you my full thoughts on it, because when I was walking up to go into this house, I had a little problem with security, the line ops, and the line coordinator, stage manager, whatever you want to call it. I was getting ready to walk in the house, and the security guard rudely kind of like stops me in my tracks and goes, "You need to put your camera away now, you're not allowed to film." And I was like, "Sir, I'm not filming, it's just sitting here on my shoulder because it's hard to keep taking it in and out of the bag." And then he's like, "Well, you can ask the line op." And I was like, "Okay." So I went and asked her, and she was like, "No, you can't, because you're gonna be filming." And I was like, "No, ma'am, I'm not. Just wanna hold it here." Been here all night. Every house I went through, it was on my shoulder strap of my book bag. And then she went to go ask the manager. Manager didn't even come over to talk to me, just kind of gave me a dirty look and kept going. So I went through the house, and I kind of got like escorted through the house. They were like walking behind me the whole time, watching to make sure I didn't film. I had no care, no desire to film, but with all that happening, I couldn't even really enjoy the house. So it was just an okay house for me for the night. But you will see in the next video that I go through it, and I will give my whole thoughts on the house in that video. But yeah, Dr. Oddfellows for that night, very odd, wasn't good to me at all. But under the circumstances, that is probably why, to be completely 100% honest. final house for the night. Dueling Dragons, Choose Thy Fate. It was a pretty house. It was a really pretty house. The atmosphere was awesome. The fighting between fire and ice was really, really cool. I never got to ride the ride. I never got to look at the ride. I never really looked into the like storyline of the ride. So I really didn't understand much of anything other than fire and ice and some dragons were fighting. It probably would have been better for me if I understood it to the T, but for me it wasn't scary at all whatsoever. This was another like Chucky house to me where it wasn't scary, but it's cool for the fans that really enjoyed the ride. Atmosphere wise, it was great. You know, the scenery around was awesome. The storyline, what I could tell from the house was really cool, but just me not really knowing about it or understanding much of anything kind of made it hard for me to like. Just like The Last of Us. The Last of Us was good, but I couldn't understand it. Like I didn't understand it. But overall, I think night 2 was phenomenal compared to night 1. I really wish opening night went exactly how night 2 went. It went a little bit smoother. Crowds were still heavy, but they kind of seemed to have things together. And that Halloween Horror Nights energy was everywhere. Scare zones, houses, even the employees like serving the food and the drinks were kind of like quick pace to it. So I really wish that's how it happened opening night instead of, you know, the second night, but it is what it is. Once we get into the third night, it does get even better. So look forward to that video. But with that being said, Halloween Horror Nights, spooky season is upon us. There's gonna be so many videos on the channel from different haunts from now until the start of November. So if you guys want any more content like this, if you just want to see me go to a haunt, let me know. Smash that subscribe button because we have a lot more coming. With that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you smash that thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Become a member of the journey today. It means more than just the money to me. There's 3 different tiers. I think it's $1.99, $4.99, and $9.99. All different tiers come with all their own exclusive stuff, and all the money from the subscriptions goes right back into the channel. So if you ever wanted to see me go to a specific spot to investigate or a specific haunted house attraction, that money helps me get there because without it, super expensive. But also, I just want to give back in any way I possibly can. So extra content is always nice. But I appreciate every single one of you. That being said, I'll see y'all the next journey. Peace.